Most people think stress comes only from big problems, work pressures, relationships, finances, health, uncertainty. But actually, many times stress quietly hides in something very, very small, something much smaller and much closer. And when I say it is much closer, it lies in the unfinished decisions that we have not finished, unfinished tasks, unfinished conversations, unfinished responsibilities. Hello, I am Mahalakshmi Samson. And lately I have been reflecting on how much emotional weight we silently carry, and absolutely it happens without our awareness. And we do that not only because life is difficult, we do that because so many things around us remain mentally unfinished. And when I'm saying so many things around us, it could be an unread mailbox, it could be a cluttered cupboard, it could be a room we keep postponing to organize, it could be a medical checkup that we need to take but we have not taken, medicines not taken properly, a message that we need to reply to but just keep postponing, a difficult conversation that we keep avoiding, something we need to express honestly in a relationship but which we do not do. And individually, if you look at it, these things may seem very small, but if you put it together, one or many or all, right, if you put it together, they quietly occupy mental and emotional space of who we are. It actually quietly occupy our mental and emotional space. I think many of us we underestimate what unfinished things do to the mind, because every unfinished decision silently continues in the background of our mind. The brain does not fully close it, it keeps tracking it again and again and again. And over time, this does not affect only productivity, it also affects something much deeper, our sense of capability, our confidence, our ability to trust ourselves. Because when too many things remain unfinished within our control, the mind slowly begins to receive another message. And that message is, maybe I am not handling my life fully or properly. And that feeling quietly drains emotional energy. And are you aware of it? It does happen. Sometimes we think we are stressed because life is overwhelming. But actually, many times, part of our exhaustion may actually be coming from the emotional weight of postponed actions. And the difficult part here is this: life already contains many things that we cannot control at all, like, unexpected situations, people, loss, health challenges, and all that uncertainties. It could be anything. At the same time, we need to know and become aware that life is about taking responsibility for what is within our control. Did we do our best with what we have in hand, so that we have the strength to face what is not in our control? And also, when everything around us remain mentally open, our nervous system hardly settles down. Even small unfinished things actually create silent internal noise, and believe me, it is very disturbing. This is not about becoming perfect. This is also not about becoming hyper productive. This is also not about finishing everything overnight. But it is about creating alignment, because every completed action, even a small one, quietly teaches the mind, I can trust myself again. And perhaps that is where confidence truly begins. Not only in big achievements, but in the repeated experience of showing up for what we know needs attention, our attention. So maybe today, instead of trying to fix life completely, we can begin smaller. First, that you can do is identify one unfinished thing you have been avoiding, just one. I'm going to tell you three, and this is the first one. So, identify one unfinished thing you have been avoiding, just one, not your entire life. One draw, one email, one decision, one conversation, one responsibility, and just begin there. And the second thing that you can do is ask yourself honestly, what is this unfinished thing costing me emotionally? It is not just about time. It can also be about peace, mental space, energy, self-respect. It is very important to ask this question. And the third is finish one small thing consciously every day because completion creates momentum. I remember reading Make Your Bed by Admiral William McRaven, where he speaks about the simple act of making your bed every morning. And one thought stayed with me deeply. Do you know what is that? Even if the day becomes difficult, there is something grounding about returning to one space that was consciously put in order. And perhaps that is true emotionally too. Every simple act or every small act of completion quietly restores a sense of steadiness within us, and over time, small completed actions slowly rebuild our inner trust. Have you tried it? Have you ever tried it? Just try that, and the result will be unbelievable. So, there is something very important that we need to know, and that is becoming who we want to become is not always about doing more. Sometimes it may begin with finishing what has quietly remained incomplete for too long. Because unfinished things do not occupy only our spaces, they quietly, without even knowing it, they will occupy us too. And if these reflections are helping you think differently about your life, emotional well being, and personal growth, do consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who may need it too. And perhaps today, take a moment to look around you gently and ask, what is that one unfinished thing I can bring to closure today? Do it and see for yourself what impact it creates on you. Thank you very much. Till we meet in the next video,